Hey, welcome back to the Bound by Art podcast. I'm Missi Blue, tattoo artist, business owner, and your guide to navigating the chaos that is the tattoo industry. If you're an artist looking to grow your business, attract the right clients, and learn how to survive this career without losing your damn mind, then you are in the right place. Every week, I'll be bringing real talk, actionable tips, and hard-earned lessons from my own journey with a side of good vibes and a little bit of sarcasm. Whether you're new to the game, feeling stuck, or you just need a kick in the ass to get that spark back again, this is the show for you. Welcome to Bound by Art. Now let's get to work. I feel like every time I have a guest, I'm like, I'm so excited to have so on.
Yeah, but that's the most exciting.
Actually,
that's a lie. The other guests were way more exciting than me.
I am moderately excited to introduce my guest today.
You gotta keep me hopeful.
I'm actually so stoked because today I'm interviewing my former apprentice, my coworker, Vicky Stoner.
That's me.
So Vicky works with me here at Bluebird Tattoo, and I'm gonna let you tell them about yourself.
I was born for this. I'm so ready to talk about me. Oh my goodness. Okay. I started working for Bluebird, 5 years ago now? No, it was probably 4 years ago. And I came on as shop manager. Missi swindled me into the role. Kidding. I was like dying for the role and just wanted her to ask me soon.
I literally stole her from her other job.
She was fishing. I was getting tattooed by her, and she was fishing around, asking questions about my job, how it was going. She was hoping I was going to talk. Am I allowed to curse on your podcast?
Do you think?
Probably.
Most definitely. Go.
She was hoping I was talking shit about my job. But that day, I actually got a promotion instead. It was so funny. She decided to ask me anyways, despite my promotion in my other job, if I would come and work with her. And I said, yes, absolutely.
It was honestly devastating. I was like, let me set the scene. I'm like, okay, everybody, Vicky's coming in, and I just want you guys to like kind of pay attention to her because I'm really thinking about asking her to be the shop manager. I've been tattooing her for a long time. And like 5 minutes into her tattoo appointment, she gets the phone call that she got the promotion. And I was just like, oh,
what can I say? You'd be missing one thing from me, like, duh.
Yeah, so I decided to ask her anyway. It was like a couple weeks later. I was like, I know you just got this promotion. You really love your job, but how about you quit and come work for me instead?
And I was like, duh, of course I'll do that. That's like a dream job. I was in the industry for a very short period of time when I was 18. Didn't work out. I got like a quick little apprenticeship at another shop. Didn't work out for multiple reasons. Won't go into them, but I definitely knew that I didn't want to be an apprentice again at this time until like probably a year and a half after working for you as your manager, right? Oh, I say a ton. Is that terrible?
I mean, it is terrible, but it's fine. I think I do too.
I say it right away. About like a year and a half after working for you, I was like, yeah, it'd be really cool to apprentice under Missi. Although she would literally say every day, I don't want an apprentice. That is the last thing that I want. Please don't ask me. And I did anyways. I shot my shot with her, and she was like, yeah, I'll teach you how to tattoo. That was probably 3 years ago, right? That I asked to be your apprentice.
Yeah, and so I had a shop meeting, and I was like, hey, I just want to know, like, what's everybody's goals? Like, what do you guys, I think this is the first meeting ever that I did goals and like talking about, like, what do you guys want? Do you even want to work here in 5 years? Which we found out was a tough question. But yeah, like, what do you guys want? And then I was like, just think about it. Like, don't answer today. Like, think about it. I want you to come back with some goals. And a couple days later, I don't even know if it was a couple days later. It was the same day.
It was a couple days
I think
later.
it was, yeah.
I did think about it because honestly, it was really, being an apprentice is a huge lifestyle change. That would have completely uprooted my entire routine, my entire life, because it is really hard work. And I really had to think on it for a couple days. But yeah, in the end, I was like, this is actually a no-brainer. I clearly admire Missi's talent. I've been getting tattooed by her for years. And how cool would it be to have her teach me how to tattoo? I was already an artist. I just needed to learn a new medium, essentially. So yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, so she's like, I think I want to learn how to tattoo. She didn't ask me. she she was just like, I think I'm gonna learn how to tattoo. I think I really do want that. And I was like, God damn it. All right. Well, I guess I'll teach you because, like,
Mhm.
what am I gonna let her leave? No. She was like the best fucking shop manager ever. And I was really bummed that I wasn't gonna have her as a shop manager anymore. But if she brought that energy to tattooing, I was excited to work with her as a, coworker as a tattoo artist. So I was like, fine, all right. So we did. So we started your apprenticeship, I think, pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
And then,
And it's
yeah.
been all downhill from there. It's been so fun. This has been the best few years of my life ever. Like, incredible. But yeah, you asked me about me, and that's basically my life. So I decided to just talk about that instead.
Well, I'm so excited that you wanted to do this. I was a little worried that you're gonna be like, ew, no, I don't want to be on your stupid
Why the
podcast.
hell? I love talking.
Well,
I'm the talker of the shop. Put me in. Love it.
but yeah, so thank you for doing this. You're one of my best friends and just an overall amazing human, and I think that more people should know about you. And the biggest thing I want to talk about is the fact that you came out of your apprenticeship just you came in hot and just took off, and you've been going so hard like ever since. I mean, you've been going hard since day one of your apprenticeship, but like you came out the gates, like you came out swinging, and you have never really struggled to be booked. You've never
Mhm.
really struggled with getting appointments. And I know that you think you have, because I know there's definitely been conversations that we've had where you're like, oh, I don't know. Like, but I've just seen this like steady build of your clientele, and people just love to get tattooed by you, and you have these super fans that are pretty much will get whatever you want to put on them.
Mhm.
So I wanted to talk about that and how you came about like discovering your style. So, and we had a conversation this morning, so I'm gonna switch up my plan and talk about what we talked about earlier. But
Okay.
as far as like your unique style, Vicky does these really cool black and gray realism, like cartoony color mashup tattoos,
Mhm.
and she like blew up on TikTok with them, and people love them. She gets to do all of these original wanna do's all
Mhm.
the time. You have at least one a week, a couple
Mhm.
a week usually.
Yeah.
So how did you come to discover this style? How did you come up with that?
I was a realism artist before even getting into tattooing. I've always been very good at being able to replicate a photo, which is very cool and is an art in itself. But I also wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I am not one to stay stagnant and stay in one place. So, always looking for the next thing, the next cool thing. And I figured bringing in the complete opposite of that would be a really cool kind of juxtaposition between the realism and the cartoony. I just felt like it would stand out really well. And this whole idea of genre mashing has been kind of coming up a little bit in the past few years, and I wanted to do my own version of it. I thought it was super cool. So I took something that I'm already really good at and started to try and incorporate something that will challenge me and put it into one.
I also want to point out that
Mhm.
when she started her apprenticeship, she only drew realism. Like
Mhm.
she did pencil or like charcoal, right?
It was yeah, just graphite. I didn't even do
Oh,
charcoal.
okay. So graphite, like portraits and just realism stuff. And so I forced her to do color. I forced her
Mhm.
to do like actually draw stuff. And it wasn't something that she was very like. You were so uncomfortable with it
Yeah.
in the beginning. But I mean, clearly she can look at something and replicate it. But just drawing something on your own without trying to replicate something was a challenge. And I think that she came into this thinking that she was going to be a black and gray artist and do portraits.
Mhm.
And then I tricked her into liking color.
Yeah,
So
well, the idea of doing portraits and tattoos, honestly, was a nightmare for me. I give props to anyone that can do realism portraits all day, every day. That scared the shit out of me. Thinking about actually tattooing that on someone, I was like, "Oh, I don't know," and not in, like, a good scary way, in a way that I was like, I wanna develop into something else. So, yeah, I love doing color now, it's fun.
was there a certain point, like, with something that you designed where you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be the thing?" Like, do you remember a certain, tattoo or design that you were just like, "Oh, this is it?"
Yes. I did a tattoo that was a realism mushroom. It was probably 6 months into my not 6 months into my apprenticeship. I had been tattooing for about 6 months. I did, like, 6 months of apprenticing on paper before that. But 6 months into tattooing, I did a realism mushroom with a cartoon snail on top, a cartoon spider, and then cartoon leaves at the bottom. And I was so happy with how it came out. I was so excited, and I posted it, and I was getting love from artists that I really look up to, and that was really a moment where I was like, "This is cool. I wanna keep doing this."
Nice. I remember that tattoo. It came out fucking awesome. She's honestly, it's so hard to be someone who's been tattooing for 20 years and see someone come out the gate just doing great tattoos, and you're like, "What the fuck? Why aren't you fucking anything up? Why don't you have any bad tattoos?"
Oh
Like,
my
what the hell?
god.
It's annoying. No, but, were you ever afraid to just focus on one style? Because I know that's a thing that people really, that's like their biggest objection. Like, I don't wanna focus on one style because I don't wanna get stuck doing just that one thing. Was there ever a point where you were afraid that you were gonna get stuck doing that, or, like, you didn't wanna completely let go and focus on the one thing?
Yeah, 100%. I think that even though I took off with clients and I was fully booked and I was busy, I am not the type of person to ever get comfortable. And I think I was scared that if I were to try and narrow in on something like this so early on, one, I wouldn't get the practice that I needed with other types of styles. And two, I didn't want to already be so, I guess, exclusive. I don't know, exclusive is a weird word, but I didn't want people to think they couldn't come to me for other things because I also did enjoy doing other things. This was just what was working for me and what I was enjoying doing at the time, but definitely wasn't comfortable turning away people yet, for sure.
How did you get to the point where you're doing the tattoos that you want to be doing? Like, being booked out with just those tattoos? Because I would say it's very rare that you have something on your schedule that is not in alignment with, like, something you really wanna do.
Yeah, actually, yeah, even the stuff that isn't a realism mashup, it's still something that I likely was able to pick, and something that I was excited to do. I busted my ass on social media. Like, I know that social media is so controversial nowadays, but it works so well. I When I started working for you, I didn't even know how to make a reel on Instagram. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how it worked. I would maybe make a post on my personal page once a month, if that. And I had to learn real quick, having to advertise for the business as your manager, how to do those videos and how to promote. And I just transferred that into my tattoo career. I think also coming from being a manager in the corporate world, I was able to apply a lot of that business knowledge to myself and think of myself as a business that I'm advertising online. And I just took that, I ran with it, I was consistent, I posted all the time, and I figured out my target audience. You taught me all of this. Like, you literally taught me, how to find your target audience and how to market yourself and how to promote. And I did that and it worked. My videos did very well. And I was able to get to the point pretty early on where I could pick and choose which tattoos I wanted to do.
So, when Vicky started out as an apprentice, like switching from doing like the management stuff to apprenticing, um, I mean, I don't know that this was my idea or yours or whatever, but um, you really focused on your journey, and that's what we were talking about this morning. So we um we were really focused on like getting people invested in her. So a lot of the people that were like following her once she became my apprentice, like, and I officially announced her, like, hey, I'm gonna teach this girl how to tattoo. And they already know her because they're coming into the shop and she's there as the shop manager. So now it's oops. So now it's, I'm gonna teach her how to tattoo. And then all of my clients are like, oh, that's so cool. Like this is your little, your tattoo child. So they instantly are like invested in your story, but in order to keep them interested and keep them like cheering for you and invested in your journey, you posted your progress. So you were posting like within reason because I was like, well, don't give away my whole apprenticeship.
Yeah.
But
I almost did. I was on the road.
but yeah, like showing like here's what I'm working on, like here's some, here's my latest flash page or whatever. You were always posting something showing people how hard you were working for it and that you were constantly doing that while you were also running the shop. So she was apprenticing while also running. So it's a tattoo shop at the time. There was piercing. There was also a gift shop, and she had to manage. How many vendors did we have?
It was definitely at its busiest, probably around like 50.
Yeah,
But 36 is the number that's like popping into my brain.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. So she had to coordinate with all of these people to get their stuff in the shop and price it and all. It was so much work, and she's doing an entire apprenticeship on top of this. So but just showing her journey of what she's working on, she just constantly was keeping people updated, and they were so invested and so like excited for her and every step of the way, like seeing her progress. Just people get really excited for that thing. And even now, you've been tattooing. Has it been a year and a half
I'm
or
in
so?
my 3rd year.
Of like
Tattooing.
since you graduated?
No. I graduated in February of last year. So yeah, if you consider like
Yeah, yeah.
right when I graduated, it's been like about a year and a half.
Yeah, so just in the year and a half, like, you're still growing, you're still learning, you're still progressing, and what we were talking about this morning is, she loves doing the realism mashups, but she's really looking to challenge herself and push herself outside of just that so she can grow as an artist, which we all wanna do, and it's difficult when you do, like, get into this, like, niche where people know you for something. So, what we talked about this morning was getting people invested in your story again. So she did a really great job with that as an apprentice, and then it became like, here's what I do. Here's my tattoos. Like do the thing, show the thing, do the thing, show the thing. And now, not that we've lost that part of you, like the journey part, but I think we were talking this morning about leaning more into that so that when you do shift gears and you do want to change your style, or if you do want to head in a different direction, people are just happy to be along along the ride with you. So, have you thought about that? I know you were working all day today, but have you thought about how you're going to adapt to that more?
Yeah, and do you know what? I know it's the right decision to do something like that when I get so excited about it. Like I just got a fire lit under my ass of like, this is what I need to do. I'm not necessarily saying I want to completely stray away from realism mashups. I think they're so cool. I just really want to develop my style as an artist. And by that, I mean, when you're a realism artist, that is an art in itself. However, you are basically most of the time replicating a photo. And I'm not saying that's all there is to it. There's a lot that goes into these realism tattoos with composition and things, but you're basically replicating a photo. Super cool when it's done, but I want to be able to draw things from my mind. I think that is so admirable. And the artists that I really look up to, that's what they do. So I want to be like that. I want to be that. I want to be my own version of that. So yeah, I'm going to start doing studies where I draw. Basically, I will pick an animal and I'm going to draw it in so many different poses to where I could draw it like the back of my hand and not necessarily need a reference photo. Um, yeah, I'm just excited to do that. And I think that knowing my clients, you're so right. Knowing my clients now and the people that cheer me on online, I know they're going to just have my back and support me either way. And it's going to make me happy. And that's really what matters, right?
Yeah, and another thing that we had talked about. Do you mind that I share this?
Oh, please go for it.
Because we have our one-on-ones like once a
Mhm.
month, and we just kind of talk
I'm
about
an open book.
we just kind of talk about struggles and like what we're working on and stuff. And so try and help keep her accountable for what she says she wants to do.
Mhm.
So one of the things that we talked about was basically like feeding the beast that is social media.
Ugh.
And when you put so much focus on what you're doing to be the thing that drives your likes and your follows, and you're worrying about all that stuff. And I know everybody says that, like, oh, it's not about the likes and the follows and whatever. It is so hard to not get caught up in that. And
Mhm.
it's so hard to figure out like what instead you should be focusing on.
Mhm.
And so especially when you have a style. So for me with pet portraits, I'm like, time to feed the beast, like, give them the pet portrait that they wants to that they want to see. But really, it's, and we talked about, like, are we doing it for the people that are actually getting tattoos, or are we doing it for the tattoo artists that are looking? Because that is a fucking trap. Because
Yeah.
I catch myself doing this a lot too, where I'm like, "Ooh, I wanna post that." Like, what if a tattoo artist sees that and they're like, "Oh my god, what a piece of shit that," or whatever the case is. Like, I don't wanna say, like, talk on video or say something or do something that another like, one of my peers in the industry is gonna see and think is, like, cringy or like,
Mhm.
What the fuck is she talking about?" or whatever. But the fact is, they are not putting money in my pocket.
Mhm.
And honestly, the followers and the likes are not putting money in my pocket. A very, very small fraction of them are actually booking appointments. And those are the people that I'm posting for. Those are the people that I am trying to get invested in my journey. And so if we're just doing the thing to just like feed the machine that just keeps us on this fucking treadmill of like do the tattoo, show the tattoo,
Mhm.
we're missing the fucking point, you know? And we're getting off track. So if we're not staying true to what we want to do and not staying true to yeah, I was really, into this thing, but I've moved on. I've evolved as an artist. It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
Like I want to do other stuff. I want to grow. I want to learn new things. And if we are still stuck in the cycle of posting the thing we did a year ago,
Mhm.
we're not growing
Yeah.
and it's holding us back. So instead of just letting that be like, yeah, that's what I did last year and that was really cool and I'll still do it if people want it, but I'm moving forward, I'm doing this. And if you're able to just post like your journey and who you are,
Mhm.
and I think that's the thing that's missing is like everybody talks about like talk to your ideal client, like stay, be authentic. But what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
So, but that means like showing the stuff like, okay, like that was cool, but I'm doing this now. And like,
Mhm.
and so when you do pivot and you change directions, people are like ready for it. They're
Mhm.
like, okay, what do we do now? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Do you
might go,
wanna sorry to cut you off.
no, you're
You
fine.
know, something so funny that I just realized. The other day, I made a post on Instagram, and I posted it. It was an old realism mashup that I did probably a year ago that I do love so much. I love that tattoo a lot, but I posted it because I looked at my feed and I was like, "Oh, shoot, like, there's not enough realism mashups on here. I haven't done enough recently to post. Like, I need to post an old one." When really I have done some really cool tattoos recently. I don't need to throw in the realism mashup to break it up if I don't need to.
Right.
I can post all of the cool new things that I've been doing and I've been excited about just because they're new and exciting for me. I don't have to stay. That's just interesting. You also mentioned I'm thinking about the numbers we talked about this morning in terms of followers on social media, maybe not being the ones putting money in your pocket. I have 94.6 thousand followers on TikTok. My last booking day, I got about 100 requests. Like, just putting that into perspective of how many people are actually coming in. And a lot of those people didn't find me on TikTok. They're existing clients that found me when I was an apprentice or in the last year or so through Instagram or just coming into the shop, however it may be. So when you think of it that way, you should really be focusing on what's going to make you happy for sure.
Yeah, and I don't want to discredit TikTok because we do get quite a few like people coming
Yes.
to the shop from TikTok. I will, however, say they are not typically our ideal person because like I want to love TikTok. I just don't.
Yeah.
I think Instagram finds me better quality clients personally. But so I don't know how to say that in a nice way. Sorry. But fuck 'em. So so the TikTok is like it will get you this very large audience very quickly, and it just puts you in front of a bunch of people, which is not a bad thing because from that huge group of people, you'll find your people in there, but it's going to probably be a very small like percentage of them.
Yeah.
I would be really interested to see out of those 100 people that put in a request, like where they did come from. And are they people that comment on your posts? Are they people that respond to your stories? Like where were you interacting with them that sold them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that I would actually like to do. I have a booking day coming up soon, and I might have to mark that down to remember. But yeah, it would be really interesting to see like, okay, like I remember seeing this person responding to my stories all the time, or I see this person commenting on all my posts, or like we had this conversation about, what the fuck ever, you know what I mean? And like, because without knowing the actual like stats on that, I'd be willing to bet you've had some kind of interaction with them that made them feel comfortable enough to book with you.
Yeah.
And they probably weren't just like a silent stalker that all of a sudden decided to put in a request. Usually you have some kind of built up relationship with them. I guess it's possible they would be silent stalkers and still stalkers is so rough. I don't know. but you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm sure there's some of them that are like that you haven't had conversations with. But I would be willing to bet that a lot of them that did put in requests, you've interacted with in some way.
Yeah.
So TikTok is cool. I wouldn't put too much faith in it that those, all those, 100 million, however many views you get on a video is bringing money in.
Yeah.
It's just really putting it out there to hopefully bring in some people. So, but yeah, I hate TikTok. I don't.
It is the Wild West. TikTok is so good and so bad at the same time.
It's like high highs and low lows.
Like depressing. My last video got like 200 views on it, which some people would be like, that's awesome. And not trying to sound like I'm grateful for those 200 views, but wow.
Yeah, because one day you get, I think I have one that has like 180,000 views.
Yeah.
And literally the next day I'll get one that's like 100. Yeah, like it's so low, and you're just like, you're like, they love me, and the next day you're like, everyone hates me.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Oh man, but we have to do the thing because, especially in our town, we have a tattoo shop 350 feet to our left, and we are soon to have one 400 feet to our right.
We also have one 400 feet to the left.
Oh yeah. Another one. Yeah. 400 feet. We have, what is it? Well, I guess this will make 15 shops within a quarter mile of us.
That is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I forget, I looked up the population of Hanover, and I want to say, I can't remember off the top of my head, but, it was actually way more than I expected, but I don't know that it's enough to sustain this many tattoo shops. But the fact is we're not competing on street level.
No.
We're competing online because we don't even have a sign. So
No one knows unless they're coming in for a tattoo.
Yeah. I don't want people walking in. I did that. I lived that life. I just don't want it. But we're competing online, so we have to do the thing. So if we were a street shop, if we were just like counting on people to walk in, then it would be totally different. But I don't care about these people. Whatever. They're not my competition because they're not on my, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, they're not in my space online. Like, I never see their posts online. I don't, you know. So, but anyway, I don't even remember where I was going with that.
All right. Regroup.
But it's past my med time.
We start here.
Where's Charlie Day to fucking point us a map? Well, do you feel comfortable now? Do you feel like you're not worried about booking anymore, or do you still worry?
I think I still worry. I just will always be that way. And I think that anyone 2 years into tattooing who is too cocky to think that they won't maybe have a slow season ever, I think that's wrong. I think you should always be prepared for you to have a booking day and get no requests in. Maybe not none. I can confidently say I'll probably get one,
So what are you doing to ensure that you do get more than one on booking day?
Promote, promote, promote. It's just, that's really all that you can do. Be a positive presence online, promote your work. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep putting out quality tattoos, keep good relationships with my existing clients. I have some really, really cool, reliable, loyal clients that I know will always be putting in a request every single booking day. And those are my OGs. They've been around since I was doing free tattoos.
I think that for me personally, like I really lean into those people because they make up more than half of my booking period. So if I have, I usually book 3 months at a time, and easily half of that will be repeat clients or continuations or what have you. So I'm like, I'm not so focused on finding new people. I'm focused on getting the same people to come back.
Yeah.
We took the Bobby Johnson seminar, and he was talking about that. Like before they leave their final session for whatever, he's like, "What else are we doing?" Like he's talking about the next project, and I think I naturally did that, but hearing him say that out loud, I was like, "Oh yeah, I do that," and I definitely want to lean into that more. So especially the clients that have great schedules, that are always available, that always have cool ideas, I want to keep them forever. And like, I don't own them. They can go get tattooed somewhere else, but why would they do that when it's way more fun here? And that's all I'm not going to tell them that they can't go, but I'm just going to tell them, it's probably not going to be as fun.
Yeah.
And
we're a blast here, guys. They're so fun.
I mean, just read the reviews.
That's right.
Says it all. Except for that one from fucking Jerry.
Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry, and your 1-star review. Piece of shit. So at some point you said, I don't want to be one of those artists that closes my books. How do you feel about that now?
It would be terrifying thinking about my inbox always being open to every custom request, which is a good problem to have. I will make that very clear that is a great problem to have when people want to get tattooed by you and you're in high demand. But oh my God, like I had to close my books at one point. I remember exactly when I decided to do it. It was when that TikTok went viral. I think now it's at 1.5 million views. That's a lot of people. And it was right before my booking day. Luckily, timing was divine. And I got in so many requests, and I was like, there's no way. I can't keep up with this. I don't want to book a year out. For one, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like in a year. And I'm going to end up having to move people around anyways when things come up. And two, that's also, in my opinion, maybe this is controversial. I don't want people to have to wait that long and book an appointment, pay me money to hold a spot for them a year out. That just seems a little bit I don't know, it seems a little bit distant to me. I'd rather book in small increments of time now so that, 1, I know my schedule, and 2, people feel like I'm accessible. I always wanna be accessible to people, just maybe not, 24 hours of the day. Yeah.
Right. Um, I also think that, like, I change my mind so often,
Yeah.
like, what I wanna do. So from one booking like, every 3 months, I'm like, I feel like doing more pet portraits this time. I feel like doing smaller tattoos." I'm constantly changing what I'm focusing on, and so if I'm booking an appointment for next year, like, what if I decide next year I'm a black and gray artist? Never
Whoa, guys.
it.
What's
But
gonna get out of
I
control?
don't know. Maybe I'm tired of packing my fucking inks. I just want to bring one bottle. But like I don't know. Like I could be in a completely different headspace, wanting to do something else or be tired of it. Or like, just recently, like with Baxter, my dog, like he it was not doing well. We thought we were gonna have to put him down. And thank God we didn't have to. He's doing much better. But I looked at my schedule and was like, fuck. Like, I'm going to have to go do all of these pet portraits after he dies.
Mhm.
And if I'm a pet portrait person, no matter when that is that he goes, I'm going to have pets on my schedule. And that's going to be the hardest fucking thing. He didn't even die. And I ended up crying on my client one day. And she was
Oh,
so,
no.
like, oh, sorry, let me wipe that off. But but no, like she was very sweet about it, and she totally understood because she just lost her dog a couple months ago, so it was fine.
Mhm.
But that's gonna be terrible. But like, what if I'm not able to handle it, and then I have a year of pet
Mhm.
portraits booked out? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I just can't. I just don't want to like confine myself to something for that period of time.
Yeah, and I also think too, we were also talking about this morning, where even if you reserve yourself time in your schedule for reschedules or for continuations that you didn't plan to be continuation pieces, you're sometimes going to need that extra slot for an appointment to plug in. And if you're booked out 6 months and you gave yourself a certain amount of days every month for those appointments, if it happens a lot and you keep filling up those extra slots with people, you're gonna get to a point where you're putting an extra person on a week when you were only gonna work 3 days or 4 days that week, but instead you're working 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then it's just you're gonna end up overworking yourself. By the end of that 6 months that you booked out, month 6 is gonna be packed to the brim.
And that's what I do for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My 3rd month is usually fucked.
Yeah, you know what? I'm there now.
Yeah.
And it's about 3 months into
Yeah.
my booking period. I booked out 6 months, and it's 3 months in, and I'm already to that point of working 6 days this week and gonna make it work, but would prefer not to burn myself out and do that to myself, try to avoid it, you know?
So, what do you think about? Because I know you're probably seeing it a lot too, other tattoo artists in the area, like across the country, they're slow. They're not booked out. They're only booked out maybe a week, 2 weeks. What do you think is different between here? I mean, we're seeing it in our town too. What do you think is different about Bluebird and what you're doing, what we're doing here versus the people who can't get booked?
I think it's so many things. So in order for me to not go on a long tangent about why we're the coolest shop around, full is I just think we're one of the most welcoming shops around, and we make everybody feel very comfortable, and we are fun. I know we joked about it earlier, but it is a fun time when you're in here, and I think you leave having had a good experience. Besides that being the overall environment here, I would love to know if those other artists are turning people away instead of challenging themselves. If they're sitting around the shop and a tattoo walks in that they might not usually do, and they're turning them away instead of challenging themselves and taking it on and maybe taking that opportunity to bond with that person and turn them into a repeat client. Um, I think that is super important.
Well, I've heard people say, I'm doing all the things. I'm posting
Okay.
online. I'm doing this and that. I can't, like, not getting anyone coming in, not getting anyone messaging about appointments.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is?
Are these people adapting to social media? Are they trying to promote themselves online? Are they being kind to their client and giving them a great experience? I think it's very easy for someone to go to a shop and have a bad experience and never go back again. I think people don't get that here. If they do, I don't know about it. I mean, I like to think the general feedback of people here is that they are not only getting quality work, but they already kind of know what to expect when they come in here because we post about it and we make it well known online that we are very welcoming and comforting and nice, funny people. So, yeah, I think it you have to put the client first in that aspect. There's so many tattoo artists around now. If you're not giving your client a good experience, they can easily walk 300 feet away and, get a tattoo elsewhere.
I would even argue that you don't have to be the best tattoo artist.
Yeah.
You you can do mediocre,
Mhm.
like in some cases, bad work
Mhm.
and be booked because people love you.
Yeah.
And I've seen that, going on 21 years, I've seen this where it's like, how the fuck is this guy still in business?
Mhm.
And because he brings the mood and like
Mhm.
people are invested in him and people are super connected with them. And I think that's a really valid point. Yeah. You can just walk down the street and go somewhere else where someone's
Seriously.
not going to be a dick to you.
Mhm.
And it's really starting to phase out that type of tattoo shop. Um, it's I mean, everybody's saying it. It's super saturated right now.
Mhm.
Everyone's opening a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think it's a phase. I think it's gonna go away, honestly.
Yeah.
The people that aren't like don't know what the fuck they're doing, they're gonna give up because it's hard.
Mhm.
Um, People probably thought this about me when I opened my shop. They were like, "Oh, another fucking tattoo artist thinks that she can run a shop." Well, I didn't know how to run a shop. That is
Yeah.
very true. I didn't know how to run a business, but I did have a lot of management experience. So I didn't go
Mhm.
into it completely blind. But I think that a lot of artists are not well, we're like very like creative minded. It's really
Uh-huh.
hard to be an artist and also be business minded or be very like type A and
Mhm.
organized and have your shit together. But unfortunately, like you have to be both to be a tattoo artist, like to be like truly successful and really be able to like make it through hard times like this where it's super saturated and there's everyone's just fucking fighting for clients. If you're not also the type of person that has your shit together, like you double book somebody, you fucking cancel, reschedule, whatever, fuck up your bookings, or you leave them on red and you don't respond, don't reach back out, don't get a deposit, like whatever, like breakdown in your system because you are a flaky artist, like
Mhm.
they're gonna go somewhere else where someone does have their shit together. So I really think that this is gonna fade away and it's
Yeah.
gonna go back to normal. And I remember seeing something recently about this exact thing. I forget who it was talking. It was some old guy, like old tattooer. So he's talking about he's seen this. He's seen it from like the beginning of fucking tattooing in this country where it's like, you know, at this time there was like a huge like rise of people getting tattooed and people becoming tattoo artists, and then it drops off again and it's just like this constant wave. And the people who are in it truly for the art and they can like fight through it because they love it,
Mhm.
they're the ones that are going to survive it, and I think everyone else is going to fall off.
Yeah.
And I've recently been feeling like there are like different types of tattooers. So there's like hobbyists,
Mhm.
people who are like, "Oh, it'd be really cool to like do some tattoos because I like art." Um, like the same way there's like people who paint for a
Mhm.
hobby and you might sell a couple things online. And then there's painters who like it is their career. They're career painters. They do these amazing, immaculate fucking paintings and they sell them for lots and lots of money. You know, it's two different worlds.
Mhm.
And I think that there's a ton of tattoo artists right now that are hobbyists and they just think it's cool and they're just going to make a buck doing it. And
Yeah, they're just money focused.
they're not going to fucking last because if you wouldn't do this for free,
Mhm.
you shouldn't be doing this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If I won $1 million today, I'd probably still come to work tomorrow and do that cover up.
Absolutely.
I would still do
Yeah.
that because I'm excited about it. But like, that's the thing, you know, or would they, you know, with the
Right.
hobbyists, they'd be like, oh, I'm gonna, I don't know, probably go get tattooed. That's what I would do with my $1 million.
Yeah. Well,
Can
not after
finally
this
afford.
past weekend. I'm good for a while.
I would go to get myself knocked out and get a whole bodysuit, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding. I would not do that. But I also think, I mean, I know you don't know, you probably don't know who Tom Strom is, but I've been a huge fan and he's quitting tattooing.
Yes. Okay. Now I know.
And it's shocking because you're just like, oh my God, like he is so good.
Mhm.
Like what happened? And I think it's like that classic case of I'm doing the thing, but you're not really.
Mhm.
You tried it, it didn't work one time, and then you quit,
Yeah.
you know? And I think that you're like a perfect example of this where you just try. Like you just keep at it. Like, um, even if it doesn't work, like you just recently were like, okay, I'm going to post every day
Mhm.
until I hit, like every day until I hit 100K. Is that what you said?
100,000 followers.
Yeah. So, you know, some of them flop.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do.
Most of them flop, and then every once in a while you get one that does something, you know, but you just keep going instead of just being like, "Well, it didn't work. I tried TikTok. It doesn't like I'm too old for TikTok."
Well, yeah,
Or
and
whatever, you know.
the more that you post and the more that you try, the more you increase your odds of one of those things working.
Yeah.
That's You're not gonna succeed at all if you don't try, if you don't do anything. Um,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like at this point, if you're not doing social media and you're not promoting like that,
mhm.
you better be out on the street talking to every fucking body,
Yeah,
you know?
handing out your business cards.
And
You're that guy at the party that wants to tell you all his ideas.
as an introvert, I much prefer social media.
Mhm.
You know, when I started tattooing, there was no, you know, posting on TikTok or Instagram. It didn't
Yeah.
even exist. But um, you had to talk to people in person, and it was the worst. Like, everywhere you go, you're like, here's my card. You know, I don't even bring cards with me anymore because I'm like, I don't know, look me up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Here, oh, like give me your phone, I'll put it in.
Mhm.
But like, if you're not gonna be on Instagram, if you're not gonna actually be posting stuff regularly and really putting in that effort, you gotta talk to people.
Mhm.
And then it's those people that are like, well, I don't really like to talk to people.
Mhm. Yeah.
I I'm an introvert. Well, then you're a hobbyist,
Mhm.
you know? I don't know.
And it's really I know that this might seem obvious to some people, but this is not a 9 to 5. I think that if it's truly your passion and you're in this for the right reasons, you'll find yourself just doing things to help your business in your free time. And, you need to have balance for sure in order to stay sane. But I constantly find myself, just because I love my job so much and I love what I do, I'll be at home and I'll be thinking of new creative ideas to post a different kind of TikTok, or how I can make this design even cooler. Or I'll be thinking about these things and wanting to do them outside of work. And if you treat it like a 9 to 5, come in and do your shit and then leave, it's not gonna be as, successful, I think, as you want it to be.
I think I've been trying to switch this in my mind too lately. It's another way of being creative.
Yeah.
Um especially when I love doing the funny videos with the shop. I don't feel like I could get away with them on my page, but
Why?
I don't know. I'm just like funny in person, guys. I'm not funny online. Dare.
But
So, but I like just thinking of ideas and stuff, like it's just another way of being creative. So if you can find a way to make it fun and make it not like this awful job you have to do, um, find a way to like it. You know what I mean? Like whether you're gonna trick yourself into it or not, but like find some enjoyment in it because it's there. It's a creative outlet. You're just not used to it. I don't know.
I think of it that way with editing. I have fallen in love with editing sometimes, not all the time, but I can get myself in that mindset where I'm like, this is just another way to express my creativity and make this fun and funny for people and engaging. And it's fun. You gotta make it fun.
Do you get most of your ideas from other videos, or are most of your ideas just original?
Ooh, I definitely feel like I regurgitate a lot. Unfortunately, I think as long as you make it your own version of that video, that's what works sometimes if you're keeping up with the trends. But there are a lot of videos that I post from my own brain too. But yeah, it's kind of 50-50.
Just curious. I never asked you that before.
I don't know if that was a good answer or not. But yeah.
Well, I like have mixed feelings about it because I'll be sending Katrina, our social media manager. I'll be sending her ideas. I'm like, oh, this would be so funny as a tattoo, and then I'm like, why don't I ever have original? I mean, I do have original ideas, but they
Yeah.
never are usually.
Yeah.
They never work. I don't want to say never. They usually don't work, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I always like go back and forth. Like, should we be doing our own original stuff or just like copying? I don't know. Is anything new a new idea?
It's tough to come up with a
No,
new idea nowadays. I wouldn't say that all of our stuff is regurgitated.
Yeah.
I think we do have original ideas that we come up with. And I mean, we're creative minds. Of course, we're going to have those. And it is what it is. Social media is a wild, wild place.
And so you do all of your editing yourself. So how do you, for my own reference here,
Mhm.
how when do you do the editing? Like, how do you fucking get it done?
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this on the toilet.
Please don't hold my hand when you say that. I don't want to be near your hand.
Utilize
and that's
every minute of every day. You got time to
No.
squat, you got time to edit. Okay? No.
Damn.
On the treadmill at the gym. It just
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't go on
Yeah.
the treadmill. I avoid that one.
on the treadmill or the Stairmaster. It's harder on the Stairmaster because I'd be panting. But
no, what else you got?
let's skip that. Literally, I try to fit it into little breaks in my day. So I'm not telling you to work when you're supposed to be relaxing, but when I'm back there eating lunch and I'm just staring at the wall, I'm like, let me just at least throw the videos into CapCut really quick. Sponsor us.
So, how long do you think it takes you to edit a video?
With the usual videos that I post, my normal formula, I've gotten it to a point where I know exactly how long I want the clips to be. I know how many clips I want there to be. I know the exact text that I'm going to put in. It takes me maybe 10 minutes.
Damn, really? I'm
to edit
slow.
it, and then probably 5 minutes to post it on all platforms.
I feel like I overthink it. I way overthink it because it's taking me like fucking 30 minutes, an hour sometimes to edit shit. And
Well,
I'm like, why am I over? And then it'll flop. And I'm like, I just fucking wasted all this time.
I think that's
But-
normal for videos that I filmed a day in the life the other day, and I haven't gotten around to editing it because it's going to take me probably not long, half an hour to an hour to edit, put the text in, pick music for it, all that stuff. But yeah, not all the time. I think if you find a small 10-second video that showcases your face, your work in a way that resonates with you, you can get into a quick routine of just like making it real quick and putting it up, and it can be the same every time. If it works once, it'll work again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just need to I need to just get over it and do it. But yeah. Yesterday I was like, I can't do it. I don't have enough time, but that's bullshit because I have time to sit there and fuck around and scroll.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
full of shit.
The amount of time that I waste scrolling, I could get done 30 videos in the time that I spend scrolling. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think I get really hung up on getting it perfect too. And I think the biggest thing about TikTok specifically is that they don't want perfection. They want that like raw video that is like barely, it doesn't look overproduced or whatever, you know?
Thrown together.
Yeah.
I see these lip syncing videos or whatever where they're barely even matching up. That would drive me
I
insane.
can't. I
I know. I know.
I'll die.
It
No.
would drive me insane if I posted a video and my lips weren't lining up exactly with the words. That would drive me bonkers. I don't know how these people do it.
Have you ever watched a movie or something like on Netflix where the mouth doesn't match?
Yeah.
I watched an entire season.
No, because I turn it off.
Yes. I watched there's I don't even know what the fuck it's called, Rain or something like that. It was this like spooky show, like post-apocalyptic.
Excuse me. Post a popcorn.
Post-apocalyptic type movie, and I watched probably 6 episodes before I noticed that they weren't even speaking English. It was dubbed over like I don't know, it was like Dutch or something. So it's like,
take you so long?
because I don't pay attention. I was drawing. Yeah. So, but the minute I noticed, I was like, no, because I'm already invested in the show. Like I am in it 6 episodes and I need to know how this ends and I can't fucking watch it. So I literally have to just not look at it.
Yeah.
Just like, want to look at it, but it's
Missi, by the way, is the queen of drawing in the most random places. You think that I'm talking about working while you're on the toilet and that's bad. She literally will draw in any scenario, anywhere.
What do you
She's
mean?
got her iPad.
Example.
I literally caught you drawing at a wedding. At a wedding.
Vicky, I'm in therapy for this, okay? I'm trying.
So
I did get busted at a wedding, and I blame Vicky because she saw her coming, and she should have told me.
It is not my responsibility.
I thought we were friends. Friends tell other friends when someone's coming and you're about to get in
at their wedding.
Listen, I made time in my schedule to be there. What more do you want from me? I had
the fact that you were there was
to fucking
enough.
draw for the next day.
You're so right.
I was really bad at planning ahead back then. Still am.
No, you're better for sure.
I do sometimes draw while I'm walking, which is weird. I know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how you do that. My lines would be so shaky.
I don't really know either. but I do, like, I'll catch myself doing it. I'm like, what am I should probably sit. I don't know.
You're gonna run into something one day. You just have a concussion. Never tattoo again. Jeez.
I had a concussion once. I still tattooed.
Oh, dangerous. How do those tattoos look? Have you seen them?
No. But they were like, don't do anything where you have to like focus really hard or there's like bright lights or anything. I was like, yeah, okay, sure. I'll get right on that.
My job.
Right back to work the next day. Okay, so we talked recently about you maybe switching things up. What new styles do you think you see yourself doing?
Okay. Hear me out. Buckle up, baby.
I don't have a choice. You're in my headphones.
You asked me to be here.
Go.
So I'm going to answer the question. It's really not that crazy. I really want to do, as far as subject matter goes, animals doing people things. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just picture so many cute little woodland creatures that are outside, like foraging for mushrooms or gardening or baking, doing really cute things, or just animals in general. I've always loved animals. I went to school and majored in biology for my first year of school, and because I wanted to be a zoologist. So I just really want to hone in on doing animals, and I'd love for them to be full color.
It's wild.
I know, that's crazy. I think I'll probably always do mashups in some way, shape, or form. But for mashups, I love doing more so the metallic, ceramic, smooth surfaces. I think those are really cool. But for animals, I want to be doing full color with some cool backgrounds. I don't know. Just play around with it. We'll have to see. You guys will have to follow me on social media to keep up with my journey.
So where do you see, like, where do you want your career to go? Like, what's your big goal? Like, where, let's do this. What do you want, Vicky?
Oh my God, that is such a loaded question.
No, like, so, let's just do a year. Where do you want to be next year? What do you want to be doing? Not style-wise, but where do you, like, see your career? Do you want to be, like, traveling? Do you want to,
I want to be tattooing, not necessarily permanently yet, but this next coming year, I have a few trips planned to Colorado and I want to be tattooing at conventions, maybe do a few guest spots. I did my first guest spot this year and I'd love to do more just to meet more artists and learn from people that are outside my bubble, you know? Um, Colorado and the West, that area just speaks to me so much. I belong in the mountains. So whatever that means for me, I'd love to explore that area a lot. And I am always going to be traveling and I'm going to force you to come along with me and camp with me and make me camp food.
guys, I am an excellent cook on a campfire. Just
Yeah.
saying.
And
Not trying to brag.
last time we went camping, she was like, I think I want to make us some protein heavy dinner tonight over the campfire. And I was like, oh, how can I help? Like hoping that she'd be like, no, I got it. And I was right. She was like, no, I got it.
It's like, please get the fuck away from me so I can cook.
Sure, if you insist.
We had to go heavy on the protein because we got the workout in going up the wrong mountain.
Yeah,
So
you sure did. And that's a story.
So Colorado, anywhere else that you want to travel to?
I really do want to visit California. I don't want to be there more than like a week, but I really want to visit. There's so many national parks. I'm working on checking off my national parks list. And I only have 3 so far. But when you think about how long I've been doing this challenge, okay, I started it last year. 3 national parks in a year. Crazy. Crazy rate.
Are you saying that's good?
It's good.
Oh.
Do you think
I feel
that? That's incredible. Do you know how many are around us? 3. That's it.
So why'd it take you a year then?
You make a valid point, but I'd like to
I know.
continue this journey. California has some cool ones. Colorado has some cool ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say California is a very large state. You should probably narrow it down. Yeah. Redwoods. Yeah, I've been there. Wait, I don't know if it's actually a national park though. Merwoods. I don't think it is.
I think it is. I could be wrong. I'll be embarrassed if it's not, but I do have a trip planned to go to the Tetons next year in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
What advice would you give to a new tattoo artist that is looking to why are you making that face?
I got so many things to say. Put me in.
Specifically, someone who's looking to like find a style and like
just draw it. Draw it. Put it out there for people to see. Someone eventually is going to want to get it done. Tattoo for free. You might disagree with me, but I've done a couple free mashups, especially when I first started doing them, because I wanted people to see that I could execute them well too. It's one thing to see an artist put up something that looks really cool, but if it's way outside of what they usually do, it's going to be hard for people to trust that, I think, right off the bat. Do a free one or a discounted one. If you don't want to fully do one for free, find a friend who will do it at a discount. We'll get it at a discount and put it out there. Just literally shove it down people's throats. This is what I want to do. And just keep putting them out there. That's what I've done.
What do you think is like the biggest or most valuable lesson that you've learned as a tattoo artist that is not specifically like how to tattoo? Like life lesson, business lesson. Like what is your biggest takeaway?
You do not know it all. You never will know it all. And you have to be adaptable and coachable. That is probably the biggest lesson that I've learned. You got to put your ego and your pride aside and just take advice from people who probably know better. Maybe they don't, but I think everyone can teach you a little something. On top of that, the second biggest thing, if arguably right there alongside it, the clients are everything. Like, we would not be here. No tattoo artist would be here without their clients. Treat your clients right. Treat them with respect, kindness. Everyone has a story. Even if you get a client that comes in and maybe they're a little bothersome and maybe you had a really hard time sitting there with them for a couple hours, try and remember that they could be having a bad day. They could have no one else to talk to. And even though it's hard on our end to receive that, just know that we wouldn't be here without them coming in here to get tattooed. So, yeah.
That's good. That was a good answer.
Yeah.
I would like to add
Mhm.
to what you said. Don't give up on your dream, because Vicky literally almost didn't become a tattoo artist.
Mhm.
She let the bad situation that she was originally in
Mhm.
change her mind. And, had she not come to work for me, she might still be working at fucking
That loser place, Target down the road.
other place. Yeah. So
Mhm.
crazy how things can change in just 3 years,
Yeah.
4 years.
Just ask. You will never be given an opportunity if you don't put yourself in the situation. I put myself, not strategically, but like I found myself in the right room with the right person, and all I had to do was ask. And I almost didn't, because she was saying she didn't want an apprentice, and I just asked.
I probably never would have been like, Vicky, do you want to learn how to tattoo? It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Never.
She would have
But-
never willingly asked me to be her apprentice. So,
But I'm glad that I did. So,
Mhm. Me too.
Well, thank you for doing this. Sorry that I made you stay so late.
So
But-
late.
It's like 5.
It is 5:30.
We're gonna hit traffic.
Traffic are gonna kill us.
Annoying. No, but thank you. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. My little
Absolutely.
podcast.
I will always support you in any way, shape, or form. You are not only the best mentor I could have ever asked for, but you're one of my best friends. And I will always support you in anything you do in life. Always.
Can you say that into the microphone?
Interesting. Let me I take it all back.
Where can people find you? What is your social media, etc.?
Everything is Happy Camper Tattoos. That is Instagram, TikTok, my Venmo. No, I'm kidding. Facebook should be Tattoos by Vicky Stoner.
Should be. She doesn't check it, so don't even
Should
bother.
be.
But and I wanted to mention that you're working on some merch too. So if
You're doing this on purpose, so I can do it, huh?
listen, if I'm not going to hold you accountable, who will? So
yours.
she's gonna have merch soon, and you should check that out on her social media. She'll be posting about that. It's gonna
T-shirts,
be
baby tees, beanies.
super cute.
Or didn't it? Ew.
Please never do that again. Anyway, thanks, Vicky.
Love you so much.
All right, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to make some moves today. Remember, it's all about showing up, putting in the work, and staying true to yourself. If you got something out of today's episode, share it with a friend who might need to hear it, and make sure to subscribe so we can keep this momentum going. Get updates on all of our latest episodes, events, and more by following us on social media at Bound by Art Project and by heading over to the website boundbyart.com. Thanks for hanging out and putting up with my shit. I'll see you next time. Now shut up, quit making excuses, and go get better.